Alright everyone, Cowboy Trades here, welcome back to the channel for another update on the SP 500. So, the moment we've all been waiting for the past month is finally here. The crucial retest of this bear market trend line is finally back in play. Let's talk about it. Now, if we start off on the daily time frame for the S&P 500 over on the SP chart, you can see we've just come up and retested this trend line. Now, depending on what exchange you're looking at, this trend line may be at a slightly different level. Over on SP, we've retested this in the past hour or so at 3,995. It may be slightly lower or higher depending on the exchange you're looking at. For example, if we come over to Blackbull, you can see this trend line isn't actually in play until 4,005. But in general, for the S&P 500, it's right around that 4,000 mark, and you're going to see me mention that 4,000 level a few times in this video. But back over to SP. If we look at the S&P 500 on the hourly time frame, you can see that we've just had two candle body closes right on this trend line, and we've started to move back down. In fact, for the past week, you can see we've come right up to this trend line quite a few times, and every single time we seem to come up to it, we seem to hit it at a slightly lower valuation and get pushed back down to the downside. So I'm going to make this video really quick because there's really only one thing that I want to convey, and that is how the S&P 500 responds to this 4,000 level this week is very, very important. It doesn't necessarily have to happen today or tomorrow, but coming into Friday, we will know whether we're pushing above this 4,000 line or whether we're going to retest this and move back down to the downside. Now, in terms of the 4,000 level, I told you you'd hear this a few times in this video. Let's head over to the options market. This is what gives the 4,000 level even more credibility. Now, if we're looking at today's options expirations, there's a lot of options expiring today. And where are they expiring? Well, if we sort the options expirations by volume and then put on the volume graph, you can see the most amount of options expiring are right on the 4,000 strike price. Now, we do have some strike prices around about 4,010, 4,020, 4,015, 3,990, 4,005, and 3,995. Once you get beneath that, I mean, you can still see there's some significant volume in all of these areas, right around that 4,000 mark, but specifically right up here at 4,000, there is a ton of volume coming into today's expirations. Now, outside of today, there's not too much going on. So you can see today there's around about 33,000 worth of volume right around these contracts and a lot of implied volatility coming into the market. However, if we come into tomorrow, you can see, not as much volume coming in. If you come over to the next day, you can see not that much volume coming in. If you come over to the next day, you can see not that much volume coming in. Really, what's happening today with today's options expirations is going to be super, super important for the markets. Now, not only is it just this macro trend line, which is in correlation to 4,000, not only is it in correlation to the options expiring today right at 4,000, but if we come over to the Elliott wave theory we've been looking at for the S&P 500, this bearish 5-wave asymmetrical triangle continuation pattern after a bearish 5 wave to the downside, you can see coming over to the daily time frame. Well, starting off on the weekly, we closed beneath this, our first weekly candle body close back beneath this trend line since the 10th of October in 2022. Now, if we come back over to the daily, you can see we've got a red, green, red formation. And where is the top of this trend line? Well, it's right around 4,005, 4,006 or so. So, we're seeing a lot of confluence with this 4,000 level. If we come back over to the weekly, you can see that this is right on par with 4,000, depending on where you're looking at. So, really, this 4,000 level is super, super critical. If we come up to here and get rejected, we're going to be getting rejected from the uptrending line of support on this asymmetrical triangle. If we get rejected from 4,000, then we're going to get rejected from this macro bear market trend line. If we come up to 4,000 and get rejected, the options market as well, with expirations around 4,000, coming back over to the 1 hour time frame is really why we were magnetized earlier on to that 4,000 level. And also coming into today's volatility metrics, you can see implied volatility also helped us get magnetized to this 4,000 strike price for the expirations market. Now, if we come over to the CBOE implied correlation, this opened down about 3% today. If we head over to the VIX, this is down about 4%, or the VVIX rather. If we head over to the VIX, it's down about 3.2%. In general, a lot of the implied volatility was predicting that we're going to have a slight move back up. Coming up to these options prices, coming up to this macro trend line, we've touched it and we've started to move back down. However, in the higher time frames, or more importantly, looking at the charts which carry a little bit more weight in the higher term, let's come over to the US government 2-year bonds. Now, today, these pushed up to 4.8. So the 2-year government bonds are extremely elevated right now. They're getting a lot of good continuation. And if we come over to the 10-year bonds, this is where things get interesting. You see how we pushed up to this level right here today on the daily time frame, 3.98%. Now, if we come over to the weekly time frame, zoom out a little bit, you can see this is a new high, the highest level that we've been at since the 7th of November 2022, meaning that the government bond market for the 10 years just put in a new year-to-date high. So we've got options expiring around about 4,000. We've got a retest, a bearish retest that's just happened of this 4,000 level. How we respond this week to this 4,000 price target is super, super important. So for today, my friends, that's all I've got. Like I said, I just wanted to make a super quick update, letting you know really that this chart and how we respond to this 4,000 level this week is going to be absolutely detrimental to not only the equity markets, but also your cryptocurrency markets. Because bear in mind, what does the cryptocurrency markets, what does Bitcoin follow? It follows what the equity markets are doing. So keep your eyes on 4,000. The options are going to be expiring very, very soon. For today, my friends, that's all I've got. As always, if you do enjoy my content, let me know down below by leaving a like and a comment. Share the videos with your friends. If you want more of my content, feel free to come and follow me over on Twitter at 618_cowboy. Come and join the Discord community. If you head over to my YouTube, click on the About section. You can see all of my official links for Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and my merch store are down below. I hope to see you in the Discord community. Hope to see you over on my Twitter. For today, so I've got. It's been your boy Cowboy Trades. I'm out. Peace.